Alrighty. Welcome back to Nicolange's Comic Corner Classic Lesson Non-Classic. This episode number 1474 and Doubleshot number 1368. I got two DC trades, both featuring Batman, believe it or not. Yep. First up is Batman by John Ridley. Yep, this book contains the Future State Batman series. Yep, the entire 4-issue miniseries, this one. And here's a fun fact that comes to this miniseries. This was the longest one under Future State. Everything else was like 2 issues. Everything else except for, I think it was Superman versus Lex Luthor, and this one, everything else was 2 issues, and that was it. Superman versus Lex Luthor were 3 issues. Of course, this book also contains other stories, also by John Riley from Touch Comics from issue 1027, Batman Black and White, and Batman Joker Warzone. Now, Future State Batman is, of course, now you can see him in the cover, that's the next Batman. That is Tim Fox. He is the son of Lucius Fox and the younger brother of Luke Fox. Yep, he, of course, is Batman. The reason why he is Batman is because apparently Batman was killed prior to this by the magistrate and his private army because they hate masks. Oh, and by the way, people don't care about collateral damage. If they cause collateral damage, it's fine. As long as they have people wearing masks. I'm like, okay, if the magistrate here, I wonder what the thoughts are on Superman. He does wear a mask. Technically, he doesn't, but he is a superhero. He wears a cape. So we have a body here, and of course, the detective's like, do they buy? I was like, nope, we're only interested in the mask. We're not interested in solving your case for you. It's like, fine, you can leave. Thank you. Yeah, oh yeah, and this guy was actually a killer, the guy who got killed. Yeah, it's later revealed that 2 people that Tim Fox teamed up with are in fact murderers because they killed this guy because he killed their child. And he basically got away with it. Yeah, and by the way, apparently Tim Fox's mom, for some reason, is actually the one who actually doesn't like masks because apparently it took away her husband. Does that mean Lucius Fox is dead? I thought this was kind of weird. Yep, and instead of discussing with him, you basically just put on the books right away, just like that. You put on the books and basically made masks illegal and hire your own private army. I'm like, wow. This whole thing in the magistrate, it only exists just in this miniseries. I don't think it exists. I think that a lot of you guys have led it. This is basically the future. Yep. Now it'd be interesting though if the actor is playing Batman, how he feels about this. And by the way, some stuff in the head comics is leading to this stuff. Yep. It's an interesting miniseries. I like the way John Riley writes Batman, of course. He writes him really well in here. Also, when he is Batman, yeah, when he is Batman here, let me show off what he looks like in here. By the way, the artwork in here is really good. It's done by Mike Darrington, which is really good. It feels like, though, you're reading a regular Batman book. Also, you have a gang who's inspired by, of course, Bane of all people. Yes, frickin' Bane. It takes a while to show Batman's face. And the reason why, suit-wise, it looks like the Rebirth costume, but with a metal mask covering up the mouth. My guess is the reason why, so they won't identify him quickly. Yeah, but this miniseries, I found it really interesting to read originally when it came out just very recently. As for the other stuff, well, they have nothing really much to do with Luke Fox per se, with Tim Fox per se. Nope. Actually kind of does. Basically just do it's called the Cavalry. It's mostly put just a story focus on him and the Batman Black and White stuff. The Joker Warzone is a story that basically features Punchline dealing with a story relating to the Fox family and of course their dealings with, and we also have Batwing pops up in here too. Yep. And the police basically, after one guy basically takes out, a couple of the Jokers, the police apparently get trigger happy and nearly try to shoot him. I'm not with the Joker. Job to go and shoot. And of course, you have Luke Fox coming out and saying, "Don't shoot, it's my father. I'm Luke Fox. I'm the one who called you. Sorry, they know what you're dealing with. Waker, just call backup. Freaking, just family." Yep. As for the comics, well, it's just a story focused on a young Dick Grayson and, well, Bruce Wayne Batman. It's just a story dealing with them and, of course, Luke Fox. Oh, Lucius Fox says, yep. It's an interesting story. I've discussed this more in my review for the Deluxe edition for 1027. This book's actually pretty good. I like it. To give this book roughly a 9.5 out of 10. Here's the thing about the next Batman series. That led into a digital first book featuring the Batman. And it's still published. I haven't finished reading it yet, but it's actually pretty good. Alright, next up is another book that features Batman unexpectedly. This is Earth 2, Volume 3, Battle Cry. Yep. This one basically has the debut of the new Earth 2 Batman. And there are rumors for several years that this character right here is the reason why that James Robinson left this series. Like, I think there were rumors about this may have been Commissioner Gordon, Jason Todd, because he uses guns. One suggested it could have been Damian, but Damian doesn't exist in this world. And then they went with, oh yeah, this is actually, they reveal later on, this is actually, believe it or not, Thomas Wayne, Bruce Wayne's father, who was alive and well. They explain this in a backstory that happens after this. He, of course, plays a small role in the end of this period until after this. Yep, and we have various battles going on here. We also have a story relating to the Atom, Alfred, who is a captain, despite the fact in their books he referred to as a sergeant. Yeah. So we have him, like, deal with some other threats related to, like, some criminals. We have, well, the Force Apocalypse coming back too in these issues. By the way, this trade contains issues 13 and 16, 15.1, and the Earth 2 Annual. Well, besides the return of the forces themselves, we also have in here, like, a story for, I think it's the side, I think it is. Yeah, we also have Captain Steel. Yeah, this actually is he basically deals with what's in the fire pit, and there's a Red Lantern in there. There's stuff like the Hawk Girl in here, and of course we get to almost like a brief skirmish with the World Army. We have the Wonders, which is basically at this point just we have Dr. Fate, Alan Scott, who in this universe is gay, and Jay Garrick. They have a brief confrontation with the World Army. And then, of course, also the Force Apocalypse show up. By the way, the people who show up here are Red Arrow and Wesley Dodds, who mainly referred to as the original Sandman. Now, this for Red Arrow is actually Connor Hawke. Yes. Originally, he was going to be like an anagram of, like, Oliver Queen. Nope, it's actually Connor Hawke, Green Arrow's son. Yep. And we also have Mr. Terrific here. Yes, the regular Prime Universe Ms. Terrific. And then we have this weird, like, hunger dog show up, this creature here. Like, who he really is on that mask, it is quite a shocker. Heck, a lot of people were shocked at the time when this was revealed. Like, okay, there's stuff like the Hawk Girl in here. And, of course, you have Steppenwolf mysteriously coming back and beating the crap out of the Earth forces. Yep. And he, of course, gets punched by Alan Scott right in the face. And he gets zapped in the back by his creatures. Look like heat vision. Like, oh crap. And then, of course, he walks up behind Steppenwolf and slices him in half with his heat vision. And then he rips off his attire to reveal he's actually Superman! And he says, "Hail Darkseid!" Yep. At the time, this was a very interesting cliffhanger, and I still believe it's a very good cliffhanger to leave off on when it comes to Earth 2. And this actually ended James Robinson's run of the book. Yeah, it's a very brief period of time in the book. He was only in the book for 16 issues. For the next 10 issues, it is, in fact, Tom Taylor. People love, I repeat, love Tom Taylor's run for Earth 2. They don't talk very much about James Robinson's run. I mean, I like James Robinson's work for the book, and I don't get why in the world that his run gets overshadowed by Tom Taylor, who came after him. Like, I get the fact people love Tom Taylor's run. Fine. I love his run too, but you can't overlook the first 16 issues just because it's not Tom Taylor. By the way, I give this book roughly a 9 out of 10. It's really good. Though, the theory about the Earth 2 Batman, who that guy is, it was over Thomas Wayne, that was something that was a theory rolling around for quite some time. Yeah, and the Earth 2 stuff I thought was really good. Yep. Pure fun stuff here, basically. Just a lot of it just feels like it's gearing toward pretty much the end of the run and run by James Robinson. Just pure setup also for Tom Taylor's run. Yep, and like by the time this issue came out, like where did James Robinson go right after he finished this issue? He went to Marvel for a few years and had a pretty okay career over there. He put out really good comics, except Marvel kept canceling his books after like 3 of them after 15 issues. 1 after 18 issues. That was Fantastic Four, though I had briefly remembered to triple digit number before it ended. The shortest series were Cable and Nick Fury. Though Cable did briefly continue under this original triple digit number, a different writer, Nick Fury ended after 5 issues. He also did a one-shot and 2 miniseries and annual for Uncanny Avengers. He did good. He did a lot for Marvel in just 3 years. Yep. Yes, he did. The artwork in this book is done by Nicola Scott. Yep. Like, I love Earth 2. I think it's a pure fun of a book. But in my opinion, people should stop ignoring James Robinson's time on Earth 2. Like, this gets overlooked because of Tom Taylor. Like, I know the fact Tom Taylor is a fantastic writer. I read a lot of his work. He's really good. I review some of his stuff too. But you don't need to overlook James Robinson's time on Earth. Like, some people are like, oh, Peter Robinson's stuff was crap. Tom Taylor's stuff was awesome. And I'm saying, no, it's not crap. It's actually really good stuff. But who am I to say this? I'm just a reviewer for this stuff. Yep. So yeah, that's a particular review. Stay tuned for, I have like one more Comic Corner coming today, and that probably be it for today for videos, because I don't have videos planned for today. So expect one more video, be digital stuff, okay? Next video. Bye.